If we were to look at your Spotify playlist right now, what would we find that would be maybe surprising?
Yeah, so I listen to a lot of interesting music that I find is not in the mainstream.
Okay.
So I tend to, I've never really been someone to listen to the radio, and I really like indie rock and folk and bands like that. So there's a couple bands I've been listening to a lot lately. One's called Snail Mail.
Okay.
And that's like a kind of a rock, just like an indie rock band. There's another band called, what's their name? I can't remember. But there's another one called Bad Books. I've always really liked a band called Pedro the Lion. But they're often bands I would say, and a lot of people would say, I've never heard of them before.
Yeah.
But I find that there's connections between bands and styles and music. And so I love, almost like I like traveling and discovering and exploring new places. I love exploring new music.
Yeah.
And not just again, the stuff, and there's great popular stuff on the radio and all that. But I almost enjoy more partly because I'm finding something new.
Yeah.
And so I like Spotify or Apple Music when you finish an album and then it starts giving you music that's similar to that.
Yeah.
I found a lot of bands that way that I really like.
Yeah.
Another one that I'll say is very obscure. I've never heard anyone else know or listen to them, but I really like them. It's called the Better Oblivion Community Center. Yeah, it's an interesting name.
That's a mouthful.
Better Oblivion Community Center.
And that's a band?
It's a band. It's
Okay.
kind of a side project between the lead singer from Bright Eyes and Phoebe Bridgers, who's in Boy Genius and does her own independent stuff. So, and I should put a little note here. This isn't Christian worship music bands. You would see that on my Spotify. That you wouldn't be surprised, but as we are serving the church, I'm learning songs. Sadie just brought this song, Good Plans, that we did at the worship night. And I listen to those to learn them and soak them in. And then I find that they've got other songs. So I love I don't remember the name of it.
I Got a Light.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've Got a Light. And I'm like, I'd love to sing that here.
Yeah.
It's a great song. It's almost a take on the almost child worship song, This Little Light of Mine.
Yeah.
It's like it's ode to that, but it's really a beautiful song of worship and I love there's a bridge and about shining a light in the places where no one wants to go and no one knows.
Yeah.
And it's just really a beautiful song of worship.
I literally just sent a video to a friend today during my lunch break because I saw on Instagram Reels a guy who was rating the top of VeggieTales songs.
Oh, yeah.
Not including the funny ones. But it was... what was so classic about this video was he had the clips in the back and then it was just him in the front, but when he was presenting the material he was just full on just straight faced monotone. He's and this one slaps. And I grew up really loving Madame Blueberry's I'm So Blue.
Okay.
And that didn't make the top 5. It was number 6.
Wow.
And he said the only reason it was there is because someone that he loved requested that it be on the list.
Okay.
But then there were a couple on there that I'd forgotten about. But some of those VeggieTales songs hit hard.
Yeah.
Some of them were pretty good. Some of them were almost full gospel. Some of them had almost jazz in there. So it was kind of fun to go through that. But,
that's cool. I don't know if I know the full library of VeggieTales songs.
Yeah.
I was a little bit older at the time. I remember helping out in the nursery as maybe a middle schooler or high schooler, and VeggieTales would be something we play. Okay. So I was around it, but not
in it.
I wasn't the child in the scenario, but I really appreciated it, and I could probably sing a couple songs.
I'm a little younger than you, so
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, not much, but enough that VeggieTales was my life
for
a long time.
Yeah,
yeah. I thoroughly embarrassed my sister once, singing the Cheeseburger song.
Yeah.
Traumatized her a little bit. It's like one of those memories where, like, as a sister, younger sister, you're like,
Yeah.
I know I should feel bad, but I'm also entertained by my childhood self that they did that to you.
Yeah. I remember
you know.
too, this is just a side note on it, is I remember hearing a leadership talk by the person who created VeggieTales or was somehow involved. And it was really good. I think there might be a book out there.
Okay.
You might check it out.
Yeah.
Very cool story kind of behind VeggieTales, but also some leadership principles learned along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that because, I mean, who doesn't love VeggieTales?
Yeah, I don't know.